The Galactic Council was ready for a big event. Members from many different alien races gathered in a massive spaceship, shining with lights and technology. They were proud of their latest weapon, plasma cannons that could destroy anything in seconds. Today, they planned to show the galaxy how powerful they were, especially to Earth. Their goal was simple: intimidate humanity and establish their dominance. On Earth, Commander Sarah Adams received urgent news about the Council's demonstration. She was a leader in the Earth Defense Force and was known for her quick thinking and bravery. As she gathered her team in the control room, the atmosphere was tense. Maps of the Galactic Council's activities lit up the screens. Sarah looked at her team, a mix of skilled soldiers and scientists, each ready to do their part. "We cannot let them scare us," she said firmly. "We need to find out what they're planning." The team nodded in agreement. Sarah explained their plan. They would sneak into the Council's event and gather as much information as possible. They needed to know how the plasma weapons worked and what weaknesses they might have. The team prepared their gear, knowing this mission was dangerous but necessary. They were determined to protect their home. As night fell, the team boarded a small stealth ship. Its dark surface blended with the stars, making it hard to spot. They flew toward the massive alien ship, which was like a floating fortress. As they approached, the ship loomed larger and larger, glowing ominously. The team was nervous but focused. They had trained for this moment. They landed on a secluded part of the alien ship and quietly exited. Sarah led the way, keeping her eyes open for guards or cameras. They moved through the ship's dark corridors, their hearts racing. The sound of alien voices echoed in the distance. They hid behind walls and doors, using their training to stay silent. Finally, they reached a large chamber where the Council planned to demonstrate the plasma weapons. Sarah peered inside through a small opening. She saw Council members of different species, tall, shimmering aliens with tentacles, short beings with glowing eyes, and others with strange shapes. In the center of the room, a massive plasma cannon stood ready, humming with energy. Suddenly, the chamber doors slid open and the demonstration began. The Council leader, a towering figure with a deep voice, welcomed everyone. "Today, we will show the galaxy our strength," he declared. The crowd cheered and Sarah's team felt a surge of determination. They knew they had to gather information quickly. As the demonstration started, the cannon fired a brilliant beam of plasma into a target far away. The explosion shook the chamber and the team watched in awe and fear. The weapon was powerful, but Sarah noticed something. The cannon needed time to recharge after each shot. "That's our chance," she whispered to her team. "We can use that against them." They continued to observe, noting every detail. The Council members bragged about their technology and how they would easily crush Earth. Each boast fueled Sarah's anger. She couldn't let them think they could defeat humanity without a fight. As the demonstration continued, the team gathered data and planned their escape. But just then, alarms blared throughout the ship. Someone had spotted them. Panic spread through the team as they realized they had to act fast. "We need to get out of here," Sarah shouted, leading the way back to the exit. They dashed through the corridors, adrenaline pumping in their veins. As they reached their ship, they could hear the alien guards chasing them. Sarah quickly initiated the launch sequence, urging her team to hurry. They boarded just in time and she slammed the hatch shut. The ship shook as blasts from plasma weapons echoed outside. With a deep breath, she piloted the ship away, narrowly escaping the Council's wrath. Once in the safety of space, Sarah and her team cheered. They had gathered valuable information about the plasma weapons and survived a terrifying encounter. But as they looked at the vastness of space, they knew this was only the beginning. The Galactic Council had underestimated humanity, and they would soon find out just how resilient Earth could be. The team returned to Earth, ready to prepare for the challenges ahead. They were no longer just a small planet in the galaxy. They were fighters, determined to protect their home and show the Council what humans could do. The battle for Earth had just begun. Back on Earth, Commander Sarah Adams gathered her team in the war room. The atmosphere was charged with excitement and tension. They had just escaped the Galactic Council's demonstration, and the information they gathered was critical. Maps of the alien ship and data on the plasma weapons were spread across the table. Sarah pointed to the plans with determination. "Everyone listen up," she said, her voice steady. "We learned that the plasma weapons have a major weakness. They need time to recharge after each shot. If we can time our defenses correctly, we can withstand their attacks. The team exchanged glances, a mix of hope and fear on their faces. They all knew the stakes were high. The council would not take their failure lightly, and a counterattack was imminent. Sarah continued, "We need to prepare our defenses and create new technology to counter these plasma weapons." Over the next few days, the team worked tirelessly. Engineers and scientists collaborated to create energy shields that could absorb plasma blasts. They spent long hours in the lab, testing different materials and designs. Sarah watched as her team poured their hearts into the project, and she felt a sense of pride in their resilience and determination. As the days turned into a week, the tension in the air grew thicker. The news spread across Earth that the Galactic Council was preparing for a full-scale attack. Fear gripped many, but Commander Adams remained focused. "We can do this," she reminded her team. "We've faced challenges before. We just need to stay strong." Finally, the day of the attack arrived. The Council's ships darkened the sky like a swarm of locusts. Humans all over the world watched in fear as the alien fleet approached. But in the war room, Sarah's team stood ready. The new energy shields had been installed on all defense systems, and their hearts beat as one. They were ready to fight back. As the alien ships descended, the atmosphere crackled with energy. The Galactic Council opened fire with their plasma weapons, bright beams slicing through the sky. But instead of panic, a calm determination washed over the human defenders. Sarah ordered, "Activate the shields!" As the first plasma blasts hit, the shields glowed and absorbed the energy. The team watched in awe as their technology worked perfectly. The blasts that once would have devastated them now bounced harmlessly away. "It's working," someone shouted, and cheers erupted in the control room. The Council, however, was shocked. They had expected to easily crush Earth's defenses, but now they saw humans fighting back with unexpected strength. The aliens quickly reloaded their plasma weapons, but this time the humans were ready. They fired back with their own weapons, hitting the alien ships and forcing them to scatter. The battle raged on, and the atmosphere was electric with action. Sarah led her team, coordinating their attacks with precision. They moved as one, using their shields to protect each other while launching counterattacks. The sound of explosions and the hum of energy filled the air as humans fought fiercely. As the battle continued, Sarah noticed something remarkable. The soldiers fought not just for survival, but for each other. They shouted encouragement, shared strategies, and covered each other's backs. The camaraderie and spirit among the humans were stronger than ever. Sarah felt a surge of pride. This was humanity at its best. Meanwhile, the Council was in chaos. Their leaders could not believe the sight before them. They had underestimated Earth's will to fight. Panic spread through their ranks as they struggled to regroup. Sarah seized the opportunity. "Now is our chance!" she yelled, rallying her team for a final push. With renewed energy, the humans launched a coordinated assault. They targeted the Council's command ship, their weapons blazing. The ship was hit multiple times, and the Council's leaders scrambled to regain control. The humans pressed on, showing no signs of slowing down. As the dust settled and the smoke cleared, the Galactic Council's ships began to retreat. Sarah and her team cheered as victory rang in their hearts. They had faced overwhelming odds and emerged stronger than ever. The world watched in amazement as humanity stood its ground against the powerful aliens. In the aftermath, Sarah gathered her team. "We did it!" she exclaimed, pride shining in her eyes. "We showed them our strength. But this is just the beginning. We need to prepare for what's next." Her team nodded, ready for the challenges ahead. The battle had proven that humanity could rise against any threat, and together they would face whatever came next with courage and determination. After their stunning victory against the Galactic Council, Commander Sarah Adams and her team felt a mix of excitement and urgency. They had proven their strength, but they knew the Council would not give up easily. The aliens were angry and embarrassed, and Sarah could sense that a counterattack was coming. The team gathered in the war room to discuss their next move. "We need to take the fight to them," Sarah said, her voice filled with determination. "If we wait for them to regroup, they might come back with even stronger weapons. We must strike first and show them that we won't back down." The room buzzed with energy. The team knew this was a risky plan, but the chance to hit the Council at their base was too tempting to ignore. Sarah continued, "We have intel from our last battle. We know where the Council stores their plasma technology. If we can get in there and steal their plans, we can build even better defenses." A young engineer named Jake raised his hand. But it won't be easy. Their base is heavily guarded and will be outnumbered. Sarah nodded, understanding the danger. I know it's risky, but we have the element of surprise on our side. We can use stealth technology to sneak in and out before they even know we're there. This is our chance to hit them where it hurts. The team agreed, and they began to plan the operation. They worked late into the night, devising strategies and preparing their equipment. They would use their stealth ship again, enhanced with new technology to evade detection. The atmosphere was tense but filled with determination. A few days later, as the sun set, the team boarded the stealth ship. Sarah felt a mix of excitement and fear. They were heading into the heart of enemy territory, but she believed in her team. Remember, our goal is to gather information and get out quickly. Stay focused and stick to the plan, she instructed. As they approached the council's base, the massive structure loomed in the darkness. Lights flickered from its surface, and patrol ships hovered nearby. The team held their breath, their hearts pounding. Sarah guided the ship closer, using all her skills to avoid detection. They slipped into a small hangar that was almost hidden from view. Once inside, the team quickly exited the ship and began their mission. They moved quietly through the halls, their hearts racing as they navigated the dark corridors. The base was a maze of technology and alien machinery. They had to find the room where the plasma technology was stored. As they walked, they overheard guards talking. "Did you hear about the humans? They fought back hard last time," one said. The other replied, "I heard they are planning something. We must be ready." The team exchanged worried glances. They were running out of time. Finally, they found the room filled with plasma technology. Sarah signaled for her team to gather information quickly. They used portable devices to download plans and schematics, working in perfect unison. Just as they finished, alarms began to blare throughout the base. "Time to go!" Sarah shouted, and they sprinted down the hall. The sound of footsteps echoed behind them as guards raced to intercept. The team navigated the maze-like structure, adrenaline fueling their escape. They dodged patrols and ducked into side passages, their hearts pounding. As they reached the hangar, they saw their ship waiting. But there was a problem. The guards had set up a blockade, and the ship was surrounded. "We have to fight our way out!" Sarah yelled. The team quickly prepared their weapons, knowing they had no choice. The guards opened fire, and chaos erupted. Sarah and her team fought fiercely, using their training to defend themselves. The air was filled with blasts of energy and the sounds of battle. They moved together, covering each other as they pushed toward the ship. With every step, the team fought with all their might. They were outnumbered, but their spirits remained high. They were fighting not just for their lives, but for humanity's future. Sarah felt a surge of determination. They could not let the council win. Finally, they reached the ship, breathless but victorious. They climbed aboard and quickly initiated the launch sequence. As the ship powered up, Sarah looked back at the chaos they had left behind. The council would be furious, but they had gained valuable information. With a roar, the ship shot into the sky, escaping the base. As they flew away, the team cheered, adrenaline coursing through their veins. They had succeeded against the odds. Now they had the plans they needed to improve their defenses. Sarah smiled, knowing they had taken a bold step in the fight against the Galactic Council. They had shown their strength and resilience, and she felt confident that humanity would continue to rise to any challenge. The battle was far from over, but together they would face whatever came next. In the aftermath of the battle against the Galactic Council, Earth was buzzing with excitement and hope. The news of humanity's resilience and bravery spread like wildfire. Commander Sarah Adams stood on the balcony of the command center, overlooking the bustling city below. People were celebrating their victory, but she knew the fight was far from over. The plans and schematics they had stolen from the Council's base were being analyzed by the brightest minds on Earth. New energy shields, advanced weapons, and strategies were taking shape. Sarah felt a sense of pride as she watched her team work tirelessly, pouring their hearts into building a stronger defense. They had proven they could stand up to the Council, but now they needed to prepare for whatever came next. One morning, Sarah called her team together in the war room. As everyone gathered, she could see the excitement in their eyes. They were eager to share their findings. "Everyone, thank you for your hard work," she began. "Today we discuss our future. We've seen what the Galactic Council is capable of, but we've also seen our strength. Now it's time to plan our next steps." Jake, the young engineer, stood up first. We've been analyzing the plans we took. The Council is planning to upgrade their plasma weapons. If we can intercept their shipments, we can gain a huge advantage. Sarah nodded, appreciating Jake's initiative. That's a great idea. We need to gather intelligence on their supply lines. If we disrupt their upgrades, we can keep them on the defensive. The team quickly began brainstorming ideas. They mapped out the Council's routes, analyzing their supply chains and identifying weak points. Each member contributed, sharing ideas and strategies. The atmosphere was electric, and Sarah could feel the excitement building. As they worked, the team discussed their plans for a counter-offensive against the Galactic Council. They would need to send small teams to disrupt the supply routes, steal more technology, and gather intelligence. It was a risky move, but they had learned that taking the fight to the enemy was their best chance for survival. Days turned into weeks as the team executed their plans. They launched successful missions, each one more daring than the last. They intercepted alien ships, sabotaged supplies, and gathered valuable information. Each victory boosted morale and strengthened their resolve. But as the Galactic Council began to realize that something was wrong, they intensified their efforts to hunt down the humans. The tension in the air grew thicker, and Sarah knew they needed to stay one step ahead. The Council would not let their losses go unpunished. One day, Sarah received urgent news from one of their reconnaissance teams. "Commander, we've located a major Council base. They are preparing for a large offensive against Earth. If we don't act now, they could strike hard and fast," the officer reported, anxiety evident in his voice. Sarah's heart raced. "We need to strike first. This is our chance to hit them where it hurts. We'll gather all our forces and plan a coordinated attack on that base." The team worked day and night to prepare for the assault. They gathered ships, trained soldiers, and strategized every detail of their plan. They were no longer just defenders, they were warriors, ready to take the fight to the enemy. On the day of the attack, Sarah stood at the helm of the flagship, surrounded by her team. The atmosphere was tense but filled with determination. They had come a long way, and now they were ready to face the Galactic Council head-on. As the fleet surged into the stars, Sarah felt a surge of pride. They were no longer just humans fighting against an alien threat. They were a united force, a symbol of resilience and strength. The fight for their future was just beginning. The battle was fierce and chaotic, but Sarah's team fought with unwavering courage. They struck hard at the Council base, disrupting their operations and forcing them to retreat. With each successful maneuver, they sent a clear message: humanity would not be underestimated. As the dust settled and the last shots rang out, the team gathered to celebrate their hard-fought victory. Sarah looked around at her team, her friends, and felt a deep sense of gratitude. They had faced impossible odds and emerged stronger. "We did it!" she exclaimed, her voice filled with emotion. "This is just the beginning. We have shown the Council that we will fight for our home and our future. Together we will forge a new path for humanity." With that, the team cheered, knowing they had not only survived but thrived. The Galactic Council may have underestimated them, but now they knew the truth. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with. Together, they would continue to protect their world and explore the stars, ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. A new beginning had dawned, and they were ready to face it head-on.